Maganda, gabie. Sa inyo lahat. Kumusta, everybody? This is Scott Expat in the Philippines. Welcome. Let's connect, and have a good night. Hope everyone is had a great day today. Been raining here in Melbourne, pretty well much all day. But we need the rain. We need the wet and we need the moisture in the ground so the grass can grow and I can mow the lawns again every fortnight. So that's the main thing, that's the main key. Late night live tonight. You got me, Scott Expect the Philippines. So today, what have I been up to? Not much, guys. Talking to the Hapsters, Mrs. Hapster, and talking to Bill and Mercy from Check Out the Rileys. Also Jack with guitar. Um, just met him tonight. Earlier today, I should say. And Adrian Gibson. Uh, Great bloke. Very interesting. John Balang Mango. Yao. How are you? Kumusta, mate? Thank you for coming in. Great to see you here. How is your day? I'm going good, mate. I'm going good. Um, just been catching up on subs and subscribers and watching their videos. Kamuka Mag Sibano. Oh, okay, lang. Yes, Z. Just enough to get me out of trouble, John. Just enough to get me out of trouble when I'm in the Philippines. Mabuhay, which means welcome. And Ziggy means bye. And kumusta means how are you? I'm trying to work out what mayo means. But yeah, I know it's just a little bit, John, to get me out of trouble at the moment. So that's pretty good, It makes it easier. Well, thanks, mate. I will say one thing, John. A lot of us foreigners, not me per se, a lot of us foreigners don't really want to bother with it. But me, I do. I want to learn your language and be able to eventually one day talk in long conversations with you guys, whether it be in your language and whether it be in my language in English, because nothing worse than sitting there and looking like a stunned mullet. I'm talking about me. When you're with friends, makes it easier to have a conversation, whether it be in English or whether it be in Tagalog, Cebuano, and Visayas. So I know you have over 1,700 islands, and the different native tongues to those islands. Yet the main language that's spoken is Tagalog, Cebuano, and Visayas. So it makes it a lot easier to communicate with people. And I find it's better to communicate with everybody and to get to know, what you're talking about when we're there, especially if you're at parties and that. And, Yeah, sometimes you can. I actually surprised a friend of mine. He was um, talking in Tagalog and Cebuano, and he thought I didn't know much. And when I said, "Oh, yeah, okay, Ra," and a few other little things, he's going, "Oh my god!" And his friends are just going, "Wow." So yeah, it's good to learn, mate. It really is. It's good to know too. And I am married to Filipina from Cebu, Mactan Island, and we've been together for 9 years now. 10 years this coming um, January. So it's great too, and it's not only that, it makes it easy with family too as well, John, to get to know what uh, you're talking about, and that I can read a um, Philippine newspaper. I'm learning to read. Che Kose, say hello to John Balangbang. Che Kose, John. Kumusta, Che? Salamat for coming. Much appreciate you being here, darling. How's your live stream go, sweetie? Yeah, so it makes. I'm good, thanks, Che. You too. Great. That's cool. How was your Kumusta your live stream, Che, tonight? Not doing. Oh, okay, lang. No problems. My wife, Arlene in Daylins. I'm gonna put it in here for you, darling. That's Arlene's channel, Che. She was just on not long ago, actually. And we had Asana Canal 38. She's and Tropical Tim was here with her, and it was great to see them supporting you guys. Um, makes life easy when you have good people around supporting you all the way. And me today, not doing much, just do a bit chasing up. Um, I actually went to your channel and Jay, and I like your TikTok compilations. Compilations. Yeah, I love your TikTok compilations. They're great. They're good. I watched both of them. They were really good. And I also saw that uh, one you did with the no panty, no bra with the toilet tissue. That was a that was very daring and it was good. And you pulled it off really well too. Good on you. It was a great there, and very, yeah, it was very nice. So we have John Lang Bang and Jake Horses to say hello to each other, guys. Get to know each other, connect. Um, we have 4 likes and 6 people in the room. Hello, guys. Come on in. Don't be frightened. Get out of the cold. It's freezing up there. Malau TV. We have Jake Horses. We have John Balang Mang in the house. We have Malau TV. Say hello, guys. Thanks for coming, Malau TV. Very well, much appreciated. Last night I did my live. I don't know. I did 2 lives, and I was a bit rattled. So I deleted those 2 lives and then came back on for a 3rd time, and everything was okay. So I don't know. Something rattled me. Rattled my chains or whatever it was, but you know, these things happen. You know, you can think. Island Girl, hello. What's up? I'm good, Island Girl. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciate you being here. We have Chico says, we have John Balang Bang, and we have Malau TV. We have the Island Girl. That's Arlene. She's talking to family on the phone. Very loud talker. I'll check out your channel after. Island Girl saying hello, Che. Of course, says. I don't know. It must be the way we pronunciation. Biggie says Che Cosaras. I say Che Cosas. So we have Island Girl here saying hello. You're welcome. Just on getting seashells and fishies. Well, of course, it's low tide. Oh, good. We have British expat in the Philippines. Say hello to Island Girl, Malau TV, Checos, RS, and John Balang Bang. We have British expat in the Philippines. Someone's burning the midnight oil. Hi from John. Great video, my friend. Salamat Paul. Much appreciated. And can I ask? MB Marak. Hello. Kumusta? We have British expat in the Philippines. We have Island Girl. We have Malau TV. We have Che Corsaris. And we have John Balang Bang. So hello to NB Marak. Much appreciate you coming in, MB. And how's your day been, a British expat in the Philippines? And MB, how's your day been? Oh, okay. That's good. What's it like there with the can I say it? Can I say it? COVID-19. How are people there? I know we've been watching a few things, news clips from India over the last couple of days of what's been going on. British expat in the Philippines, we have MB Marak. So hello, and we have Island Girl. We have Che Casares, we have Malal TV, and we have John Balang Bang. Say hello, guys, to each other and connect, talk, and have fun. Loading. Yeah, Malau? How's your day been, British expat in the Philippines? What have you been up to today? How's things, Island Girl? Is your day been good? You done a video on that today, John? Aren't they good the way they do things, John? There in the Philippines, the way they build and put things together, it's just amazes me how they get everything to how they work. They are truly exceptional in what and how they do things, and I just you know it's great to see. They really get things going. Joan and Bernard, hello, Poe. We have Malal TV. We have British expat in the Philippines. We have Malal TV. MB Marak. We have a British expat in the Philippines. Island Girl. Che Casares, if she's still here. You still here, Che? And John Alang Bang. We have Joan and Bernard. I watched a video of yours today, Joan and Bernard. Very good on the gaming. They love games, computer games. Very good. Very interesting watching. Thing I'm halfway through it. I got to watch the rest of it, guys. Just had to do a few things. Drop down and go out and do a few things. I'll pick up the thing, bread, milk, and cream for tonight's dinner. Yeah, I reckon. I think they do really good job with the basic tools that they have. You know, I've seen a lot of other people's building techniques. My friend from my PI Dreams, James Tanner and Ness, how they built their house. I watched that from scratch and from when he first started, and it was so interesting to see his house coming from ground upwards, even from when I mean ground upwards, I mean from the basement where he puts his car in of a night time and up to the top. It's just amazing. Check him out. My PI Dreams, James Tanner and Ness, a British expat in the Philippines. He is remarkable, and he's got a few other. I haven't been on his channel for for this past couple of months because I've been busy doing other things. But I will get back to talking to him soon. But yeah, the way he's built his house, it's remarkable. Yeah, my PI Dreams. Sorry, I meant to say. Yeah, he's really remarkable on what he does, and he's actually, I think, in the process of checking out. Yeah, he's a great presenter, knows his stuff, which is great. Well, he should. He's a building contractor by trade when he was in South Carolina. So He had his own business and stuff like that, and picked up and went back to the Philippines and started building their house in Lipa City, just not far from Lipa City, in the Batangas Islands. But yeah, he's a good presenter. He's actually doing one on a friend of his just up the road uh, house, but because of all this COVID thing, I don't think he. I think I'm not sure whether the construction's stopped there at his friend's place or whether they're still going. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. Yeah. But no, I actually he was one of the first when I first started coming on to the scene onto YouTube. Uh, it was his channel, My PI Dreams. It was my two dearest friends, Terence and Beth, foreigner in the a foreigner in the Philippines. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Then it was Brian and Maricel, a foreigner farming in the Philippines, and not long after them. So I've sort of been following those three when I first started, and I'm actually a good friend of Terence and Beth. Yeah, a very good friend of Terence and Beth. We're keeping contact, all the time through Messenger on this, and I've been with them since day one. I even went out and saw. You probably, if you go back to their first videos, when I was over there in August last year, I went and saw. Oh, it was 2016. Well, I've got to think. You got me thinking now. But when I was over there, just before Baby Faith passed away last year, Baby Faith passed away, but I'd been supporting Maricel and Baby Faith, Baby Jane, Dennis. I help with projects with Terence and Beth, and we actually just sent money off yesterday for building projects that's going on, and some rice for those people that are further in Bohol. Yes, it is, John. They went through hell and back to get their non-profit organisation up, and I stuck with them through thick and thin. And we do look, we've had a couple of months back there where I couldn't send off money, but that was because of this COVID-19 starting up. But I do support them, and we'll keep on supporting them. They're the only charity I help. Tom and Ruth again. All these channels have given us great ideas too, and very supportive. Yes. Tom and Ruth are very good too as well. They're lovely people. I love Tom and Ruth. Haven't been on the last couple of days. It's because my schedule's been disrupted with CJ and my mum, because I'm a carer for my mum, so I look after her. So sort of everything sort of gets a bit, with trying to keep up with everyone. Yes, they have. They got lovely, good hearts, and you see the when I went over to see Terence and Beth, it was to go over and see where my money was going and how things were going there, and I decided, and I said to Terence and Beth, I have my undying support and will always have my undying support, because I love them, both of them. I really do. Love Nanai and the kids, Tulloch, Bat Choi, um, Rowan and Bibi and Mum Lena. So they are a good family, and where your money's going when you're helping people like that. Because there's a lot of people that do good, and they, as I said, John, Chris and Mel, what is it? Yeah, they're good. They're good. I was talking to him this morning for a little while. He was a bit busy because he had a whole lot of other people to talk to, which is fine. That's okay. And I think he got a little bit behind, so I sort of said, "I'll catch you later, Chris. No problems." And there's no drama there. But I'm not as close to him as what I am with Terence and Beth. But we're good friends. We're going to be good friends. I can see that happening. Oh, okay. That's great. Yeah, hang on. You okay, Mum? Oh, Mum thought you'd gone to bed. Mum thought you'd gone to bed. Sorry. Mum, Mum thought Eileen had gone to bed, but she was actually, my wife's in. She's in the other CJ's bedroom, doing some things. Eileen finished her live stream just before John, not long ago. I'll give you the thing. This is my she. Yeah, pretty well much. Mum suffered kidney failure about 2 years ago, and she hasn't been too good since. The kidney is like volcano going through your body, and it's sort of like when it's going through, it's pretty hard to explain, but to me, this is the easiest way I can explain. It's like a volcano going through your body with lava, and it gets to a certain point, and then it hits and warm blows up. And her legs have been really warm, but uh, last couple of months, it's been from her feet to her knees only, but now it's going up to her body, which is not good. Yes, but I've been really great friends with Terence and Beth. I love them both. I love them dearly, and will support them. They've got as I said, Terence and Beth have got my undying support, and always will have. And we don't mind. Thanks, John and Jane. It's very much appreciated from me. I'm glad because she's doing pretty good. She did good tonight, which was great. She had 29 on, which is great. I'm not in the big one of rowing about things. I'll watch the views and that over the next couple of days. I'm happy with it. My the biggest views I had was with Terence and Bess when I was there. I did a video on their property and that in the earlier time. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I've got to chase up a lot more. John, YouTube's sort of done the changeover effect again on it and made it a lot harder because we used to be able to, on our chat, go straight direct and visit everybody, but now they've made it a lot harder for us to do. So it makes it it does make it harder to keep up with everything, and but I'm getting there slowly, and I'm not in a hurry, but it'll be good to get to once we do get there, and that, and I'll be over the moon when we do. So and that when we do reach that 1,000 mark, it'll be going, half of that will be going into Terence and Beth's projects, and the other half will be going into saving money for our land in So So we'll be doing it pretty well much that way, and that way it'll leave the rest of our savings alone. So it'll make it a lot easier. But yeah, I enjoyed myself when I was over there with Terence and Beth. They're very friendly, very loving, very caring. Beth's a beautiful girl. She's a lovely girl, and she's got a heart of gold. And she says, "I have a heart of gold," all the time. So it's great that we've been good friends. Look, another friend of mine, Brian and Maricel, foreigner farming in the Philippines. He's a good bloke, top bloke, but he calls a spade, and he's pretty straight up, and he's a good bloke and lovable larrikin, as we call them here in Australia. But we don't really have much to do with each other as much now as what we did when we first started. I was on their channel most of the time. Jay's Journey's another one too. He's a good bloke. He's a lovely guy. His wife comes from Ilo, where Arlene's sister-in-law's comes from. So that makes it easier. As well, we get on really good too there. So it's great to have all these good friends. Check out the Rileys. Good people, lovely. Bill's a lovely larrikin and a good guy. Yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah, she's pregnant. She's having a bit of problems at the moment with her feet, and but she's got to put them up. Yeah, the piggery looks good. He's done a great job there. They started off doing that and moved out into the fish, which is good. And it's a good income for both of them, and I wish them all the best. Yes, that's true. Great for them both. I wish them all the best, and probably when we get over there, when all this is COVID-19's dead and buried, we'll probably get over and say hello to Brian and Maricel, as well as catch up with Rufy and Arthur's Philippine adventures, and we also know Chauffeur Jen through Rufy and Arthur. God, that water's a bit dry. But it's great. It really is good, John, to see to meet new people and to get to know people, where their money goes and what they do with their charities and stuff like that. But as I said, the only charity I do at the moment is when I did Thanks Malau TV. We have British expat in the Philippines. We have Malau TV, Che Corsairs, John Island Girl, Che Corsairs, John Balang Bang, I think Chase, and MB Marak. He's from India. So hello, guys. Was it hard to get Arlene? No, it wasn't. I did Arlene's pass visa application in 2011. We did it in March of 2011, and she received it on the 2nd of September 2011. They said 6 to 9 months. We had to keep. I was told by Arlene's auntie to keep on them. At that time, it was at Keppel House. It was under the Australian Embassy. Now it's under a new agency there, but still in Keppel House. So it's great to see. But she did really well with her visa application, medical, everything. It really went really well. Back then, I think it was around about 1,700 Australian dollars. Now it's like nearly close to $2,000 to do a visa application to bring for partnership to bring here to Australia. The Australian government's made it real hard. That's because we got a bit of a hard ass in the immigration department. He's really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. There, John. He's made it real hard for any Filipino coming out, let alone work coming out here to Australia, you know. And our own Prime Minister now has turned around and said, if you go to Asian countries, once this is all, well, this COVID's finished, you see, if you're going to Asian countries, don't come back. Isn't that nice? Mikhail Bennett Renende Yukat. Hello, kumusta? Welcome, Mikhail Bennett Yukat. Salamat for coming. You have to be married through the, don't you? We did Arlene's. We did our marriage. I think it was when I went back over. It was no problems, Mikhail. When I went back over to Philippines in November of 2010, we planned our wedding. Had to go to the barangay hall, see the mayor, and get things approved. Take birth certificates, and I had to take my birth certificate. I had to come back to. I had to go with Mum back to Manila to get my birth certificate sent to me, so we could go to the church to get all the other and the other Catholic places they have, because as you know, John, that it's all they're Catholic and I'm Protestant, so it made it what do you call it? It made it hard in some ways, because you had to go from here, there, and to different churches and from well seminars to do this sort of thing. So it made it really, really hard to do. But in other words, once everything was okay, because then because you had to go and lodge all your paperwork at the place in Cebu, which is just where is that? It's across the road from a white church in Cebu. I'm trying to think where the location is, but we had to go there, John, and get all that sorted out before we could do the other thing. So, you have to just go chasing around. Can you guys excuse me for a second? I gotta go. Sweetie, can you pop in here for a minute? My wife, John, will talk to you for a minute, and Mikhail.
What's that?
Yeah, John and Mikhail. Yeah, sorry. Let's go have a second.
Cool. Okay. Hello. British expat in the Philippines. You have to be married to, don't you? Michaela benefit Ranedo a cat. I don't worry. Because very nice. Thanks. My lord, BGBG. Shout out to you. What are you saying? Sorry. Hi, hello. How are you? I'm gonna be a little bit hosting at the moment. A British expat in the Philippines. Was it hard to bring your wife to? Oh, see. It depend of the situation. Also, it depend of the commitment, and it depend also how running what kind of visa they want to decide with, if you want to bring your wife here. Same with me. Because I have been learned at the time I was in Philippines. Also, I was working, and at that time also I never stopped my job until never um what is called my visa,
Partnership.
yeah, until my visa partnership visa not coming through. Because if I quit my job early, is there nothing happened to me, and we're still both together, and for no one run get more um some like a savings. Yeah. I mean, it's funny how we foreigners are so pangit, and are we are so maganda. We are so maganda. What's Oh, Mother TV, say goodbye. Thank you. You're welcome, and say good night. Oh, take care. It's funny how we foreigner are so pangit, and here we. Uh, I think it's not to look outside, but we look what it inside.
No worries, Malau. I'll come by again.
Okay, we're gonna back again. It's got the host. See you and thank you, and I really appreciate to read your message on this right side. Right side, left side. Oh, I don't know.
Thanks, sweetie. Thanks, Malay TV. Much appreciate you coming through. We'll catch up again. I am actually thinking of. You're welcome, Malay. British what? Well, she's beautiful, mate. She's so adorable. I love her. She's just some things she picks up on, some things not so, but it's fine with me. I'm happy, you know. I don't. I'm enjoying. I was talking to someone today about languages. I think just before John, uh, we were talking about. Are you going? Yeah, we were just you know talking before about oh, oh, you meant bye for Arlene. Okay. That's all right. That's okay, mate. Yeah, look, they are beautiful people. They are lovely people. The Filipinos are gorgeous. John um, that I was talking to earlier, John Balang Bang. We were talking about see you later, Macau. Thank you for coming. Much appreciate you being here. Come back again. And you're most welcome here, Macau, okay? Everybody's welcome on my channel. All right, mate. Thank you. Yeah, John, yeah, we were talking about languages before, and I said to him that I prefer to learn the Philippine language, and that way you can communicate with family, and it makes things a lot easier to communicate with family too. Um, so I'm sort of slowly learning and getting to put the words together, and I know the main ones to get me out of trouble, and like maganda, gabie, so inyo, maganda or kumusta, all those salamat po, ziggy bay. I know all those ones, but it's the real long sentences ones that I come unstuck a little bit with, but I'm getting there. Slowly I'm getting there, which there's no hurry, And mum and dad back home in Philippines understand, so we're pretty good. We get on really well. Family gets on really good now, and well, they always have, so it makes it easier. But you had to go through what was it? The seminar. You had to go and see the mother at the church in Cebu. It's a big church too, and you have to go and you answer questions like, "Do you love your wife?" and all that, and um, straight up with them, and also you had to um, do sit there and just talk to the mother superior, I think it is, and get to know her and that, and then she sorry guys, I had to this chair gets a bit uncomfortable. Arlene's got my good chair. Yeah, so you have to, basically do all that through the church, John and Jane, and it made it it felt hard, but it was easy really when you look at it, because once you got all your paperwork, you then had to go to another part and then go back to the other place that you went to in the first place. And once they give you all these papers, Arlene put them, she's so thorough, mate. She's so thorough, John. Everything went into a folder that we needed. My birth certificates, our marriage certificates, everything like that went in, and we then processed them, and that was it. The same with the visa. Everything that we did after our wedding had to go in with our visa processing for Arlene's visa application to come here as partnership. We put it in March, I think the 14th or 13th of March, and she got it on the 2nd. She got told, I was sitting by the computer actually, and went for Yahoo Mail, which is what Arlene's mail was back then, and mine was Hotmail. So it went through Arlene's mail, and yeah, you're right there, John. They love the paperwork. I don't know why, but they do. It's standard procedure, mate. So I'm used to it now. It was great to get to know, we've got a big hurdle coming up. The big hurdle will be doing our land and getting the. We've got clear title for the land, which is good. We're buying another 100 square meters, and which we'll have 400 square meters at Sagot. And then what we'll do is then we have to, I think, lodge an application for building permit for the all plans for the land, so we can get to start to build the house. I haven't even what we're doing on what sort of style house. I would love NEPA. So we sort of got to get all that paperwork sorted out, I think, but it's not much, and it's going to be done up at. We're going to build up there at So God, and we got the other place in Kawanson, which is just outside of Cordova, and that overlooks it. That property that we got there overlooks the port of Cebu, so but that's a while off, so we don't need to jump hurdles there too much yet. But yes, they love paperwork, but when you look at it in hindsight, it's probably good that you do have it, because then you've got a copy of this and a copy of that, and it makes everything legit, so you know where you stand if anything happens. But yeah, me and Eileen been together for 9 years, so we're pretty well much okay, and that's why we're doing all our ground work first before we do the building of the up there at So God. Important word I had learned was par. Jeepney. Para. Or legal. Legal. That's to get off, I think. I used to go, legal. I had to try it. It was funny because I always had, I don't know whether, I always stand about 5'8", 5'8". Pretty big sort of a bloke. And I have to sit right at the door at the jeepney so I can get out, because my knees can't. They get a bit of like rheumatoid arthritis, and I find it hard to get out of those jeepneys or the multi-vans, multi-cabs. Makes it very hard to get out of when you got to slide down or you got to kneel, and twice I hit my head on the rail. But they're good, mate. It's all good over there. I love it over there, and I enjoy it. I can't wait to get back and get out of this cold weather we're having. It's been raining all day today. And Solomon Paul, which means thank you, sir, or thank you, ma'am. You sort of, you get to know all the lingo, all the languages for what different stages where you're going, and like Ziggy bye, No, I used to say that online. Ziggy, who's Ziggy? That used to crack her up because I used to go, who's Ziggy, sweetie? Who's he or she? And she goes, no, Ziggy means Ziggy bye. Oh, okay. Hello, Ronaldine. Hello, Tom Patrick. Say hello to British expat in the Philippines. I'm good, thank you, Ronaldine. Calibu means, what does that mean, Tom Patrick? Please tell me I'm being a little bit. Say hello to British expat, guys. British expat, we have Ronaldine Siloan and Tom Patrick. Apple juice, John, Ronaldine, Tom Patrick, apple juice with soda water. It's like lemonade. It makes it like lemonade, but it's a little bit flat. Should have put the soda water in the fridge early. There's someone I know that. Oh, Graham. He's an Australian. He's living in Gullingen, La Union. He comes from Australia. He comes from South Australia here, and he's moved over to the Philippines, over near, not far from where you are, Tom Patrick. I think, Tom, you and British expat are not far from each other, are you? Whereabouts are you, Tom Patrick, again? Sorry. We're Al Aklan Caribou, little. Oh, okay. It's near Boracay. Ah, right, different island. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. He lives not far from. He might pop in, Alan, and he was talking a wee bit frank and got booted off for some unknown reason. But I said to him, you're welcome to come on my channel, no problems. I've got no dramas with you. Just keep it, be nice and everything, and there's no problems. But you sort of got to keep some things private to yourself. Ronaldine, British expat saying hello, and so did Tom Patrick, saying 2 hours from Boracay. How's it down there now, Tom Patrick, since they've done the sewer systems and stuff? Is it a lot better? Excuse me. I know they were doing I know they were cleaning up the sewer drain pipes and stuff like that. The sewer system in Boracay, what was it, last year? I'm just wondering if they've just nearly finished that job down there near the beaches and stuff, because they sort of had to close off all the beaches and everything for them to get in and do some certain things. So that's great. It's doing pretty good tonight, Tom Patrick and John and Ronaldine. A lot better tonight than last night uh, after my two attempts. I don't know what happened there, John. It sort of threw me. Kuyang Gala Channel. Kumusta po? Magandang gabie, Kuya Scott. Badang lang po sa bahay mo Tagalog ing po ako hindi po ako marunong mag-English. That's fine, guy. Kuyang, no problems. Kuyang Gala Channel. Welcome. Oh, you're not in the tourist area, Tom Patrick. Okay. It's you're more up from the town of the little what do you call it? Part of Borokai, the main area. How's your girlfriend, Tom Patrick? Yeah, I know. It's closed down because of all the sewer, the sewer or the drainage they were doing, redoing the drainage. I think the whole. I don't think it'll be long. Trust me on this one. I don't think it'll be long before they restart doing all the drainage systems in every island and every city. But I think they'll come unstuck when they get to Manila because it's such a big city. Oh, okay. Thank you, John. Kuyang Galag channel. It's okay. No problems. You're welcome here. My wife, Filipina, too. Oh, okay. Sorry, Tom Patrick. Tom Patrick, we have Kuyang Gala channel. It's lovely of you, British expat in the Philippines. I know it's for Kuyang. I will subscribe to your channel, Koyang. Okay, sweetie. Is how many islands are around Boracay, Tom Patrick? Is that for Tom T? It's I'm on pen. I'll write this down so I don't forget, Tom. And I'll check it out after on Google Maps. Hello, Paul Uni. Hey, John and Bernard. Yeah, so it's great, John and Tom. Oh, that's great, Tom Patrick. No, it's Caterpillar. To my father, I got one head up there, which I got another one like this. It's up there, and it's well worn. And Mum destroyed it back home when she was washing. Yeah, or Big Digger. That's okay, Tom Patrick. No problems. Thank you. Much appreciated. Benay Island's the bigger island. I'll check that out after, Tom. How's your girlfriend, Tom Patrick? Yeah, John. My father worked for Caterpillar for 25 years here in Melbourne. He was a machinist. He was in the Navy before that. Served in the Mediterranean when they were fighting the Germans in the Second World War. And then when Japan came in, they were transferred to just off Leyte around the Coral, fighting the Japanese there, and the oh, you've been married 8 years. Congratulations, Tom Patrick. You got one more. You got a couple of years to catch up on me. That's great. That's good. Well done. It's great. Well, I'll tell you. Well, because we're in Australia now, but Arlene's family's in Cebu, Mactan Island. So we will catch up because I'm going to catch up to everyone. Try and catch up to everyone when we get over there. When we get back, we got family down in Mindanao too as well. So it depends on how long I can stay there too. Marilyn Kaminsky, kumusta sisti? How are you? Say hello to Tom Patrick, British expat in the Philippines. Ronaldine Silawan, Jonan Bonnard, Koyangala channel. Che Corse, Casares, Mikhail Bennett is gone. Malau TV is left the house. Island Girl, is she still here? Island Girl, are you still here? And Che Corsair, Casares, and John Balangbang. If my pronunciation's off, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying my hardest. It's good. It's great to hear, Sissy. I did visit your channel today. You got a lovely little channel there. Very nice. Galang, we have Kuyang Gala Channel. We have Marilyn Kaminsky. We have Tom Patrick, and we have British Expat, and we have Jonan Bernard and Rona Lynn Silowan. Say hello, guys. And I think Che Corsairs is still here. Island Girl was a great song by. I don't know. I don't know that song, John. Someone it'll hit me after I finished here. Let me tell you. And I'll go, I know that song. Was it sung by an Aboriginal girl? John? That's good, Tom Patrick. I'm glad. Congratulations. Married 8 years. Well done. That's great. How's things there, Tom Patrick? Everything all good there still? With this thing going. Oh, China girl. David Bowie's British. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Yeah, it's coming back slowly. Yeah, well, I totally agree with you there, Tom Patrick, on that one. I want to get back home, see mum and dad and the kids. God, they'll be blooming 24 and 25 before I get back there. They're only in their 8, 9, and I think 6 and 7 and 10, 12 year old. The Philippines is number 7 in the world that uses tourism as an income. It is going to hit them hard. Yeah, well, it will hit them hard too, Tom, unfortunately, especially around Boracay and that, because that's where all the Americans go to, is Boracay. And I've never been to Boracay. I've never been a big rat for Boracay. Maybe because I don't like going to overpopulated tourist resorts as a whole. But then I go to Bohol, I go to Panglao, and it's not so bad. It's pretty good. Someday we'll find out how about CCP and us, trade wars, maybe readjustment of share markets. Yeah. Well, that one, I think you just hit the nail on the head there, John. I'm sorry to say, I don't want to offend American people, but I'm not a big rat for Donald Trump. I'm sorry. My opinions I'll keep to myself on that matter. I've heard someone once just before, not long ago, with even a good friend of mine that lives here. I think it's all conspiracy. I know bats do carry it. I don't think it came out of a lab, and if it did, it's pretty nasty that would happen. But I don't think China would have done that deliberately, to be blunt. Everyone blames China. That's because a certain person that runs America at the moment is pointing the big finger at China. And I think he needs to really take a good hard look at himself. But he'll be wrapping his fingers like this, saying how I've destroyed Australia's trade with with China, because Australia does a lot of trade with China, and everything that comes out of Australia comes out of China, comes straight to Australia, and vice versa. We had a good partnership with China, and now all of a sudden it's like this. It's like a rocky boat. So I won't do that too much. I think you're going to make myself seasick. I'm not much on that. I'm not much on it. I do feel it came from China, though. Look, it probably totally agree with you in one way there, Tom. Actually, probably agree with you there. Yes. Out of a lab, I don't know unless they are deliberately test. I heard a while back that they were using it to use on the people in Hong Kong, because China and Hong Kong haven't got a good relationship with each other since Hong Kong was since the what since Hong Kong exactly British expat. Because Bunnings is also like builders in the Philippines too. I think they're a part. No, Rose Koyang Gala Salamat. I totally agree because most of all the stuff, really, when you look at it too, Tom Patrick, most of all the stuff, wheelbarrows, everything like that, anything that's metal now, like Australia, I'll put it this way. When I was a kid growing up, back in 1980, after I left school and went working for professional exhaust, all the parts that they needed came from China. All the metal parts. When I started working at Caterpillar, all the parts came from China. Were going to China because Caterpillar America moved Caterpillar to China also to help out with digging, machinery works and stuff like that, backhoes, excavators, the big off-highway trucks, all came out of China once they were built and used on the mines here as well as everywhere else. So, our this little thing. Let me check. Made in China. Made in China. He's an Australian marsupial, and he's made in China. All our stuffed toys come from China. Hello, Adrian Gibson. Say hello to British expat in the Philippines. Tom Patrick. Ronaldine Silawan, if she's still there. Yeah, we're just discussing, Adrian Gibson. This thing here was made in China. And, when you look at it, when I was a kid, everything that was made here. Because all the machinery was set up for these little fellas to be made and everything like that. And then one guy turned around and said to a manufacturing company, how about taking your stuff over to China? All your machinery over to China, because the wages, we'd just pay them a certain amount, like a bowl of rice, to make these, so to speak. I'm only using that as a metaphor and an example. So they then started moving all the machinery for all the works, sewing machines and everything like that, because they build them in what Australian people. Hello, darling girl. Kumusta? Maganda, gabie, inyo lahat. Aussie flag are also produced in exactly British expat. Everything is from Australia now is being made in China and then brought back here. But what's going to happen is that because of all this now that's going on, right, Australia's going to start turning around and saying, it's only felt. We can get the eyes, we can make the nose, put the legs on. This one's got Velcro on it. And the stuffing's only foam. We can make this here. But can we make it at a profit and not a loss? So in China, we're paying them, for example, a bowl of rice to make these to be exported back here. That's just an example, guys. That's not, they probably get, say, like, how do I put it, equivalent to what Philippines gets. Arlene used to work for the companies that make the little microchips that go into these things, tallies, these, that's our trade sitting there. That's our trade, as well as flags, as John pointed out. Everything's just about produced in China. Lee girl, I loved your live stream today. Congratulations. 2 thumbs up for you, darling. And I will get back to watching some more of your videos. They were lovely. And I'll go back to Joan and Bernard too as well. When I do try and get back, I do. Australia and the United States are allies, not China. Yes, we both trade with them, but push come to shove, Australia and the US will fight as one. Yeah, that's true, Tom Patrick. That's true. I try and keep that sort of thing out, but I agree with you there, Tom Patrick. I do agree with you. We are allies. I don't know what you think of Donald Trump, so I'm not going to push that issue, okay? I'm not, as I said, Tom, I'm not a big rep for Donald Trump, and I think he's hurting Australia pretty big, but he's hurting his own country more than anything. I'm not saying it's his fault about coronavirus. I'm not going to go there. It's not his fault, but he did leave the gate open, too far wide open to thing, and had this cocky attitude that it's not going to happen to America. Well, it has happened, and I think he's sort of red in the face over that one at the moment, Tom. Chinese goods are okay. It's just that the West has sent manufacturing to cheaper. Exactly, John. Exactly. There is a guy, Steve, here in Philippines who is building steel frame home here. Eggers. Oh, okay. Chinese goods. Okay. I'm in Australia at the moment, Haley girl. I'm in Melbourne, Victoria. And you're welcome. I will be watching more of your videos. Yeah, it's a hard one. I don't like to how you going, Adrian? I'm not yeah, I'm just not a big rap for him. I'm sorry. If you had Joe Biden there, or Barack Obama, I think our alliance with the US would probably be a lot stronger. At the moment, I think it's going to rip tensions out of Australia and America for the moment. Hey, don't when push comes to shove, don't worry, we'll be right there next to you. There's no stress there. But when it comes to trade and stuff like that, I think Donald Trump's just hurting Australia. He really is, and he's doing this, rubbing his hands, and he's happy. You know, that's all he rose about, mate. He's a money man. He's not a president. He's a money man, and I was actually speaking to someone the other day about it, and he said he's not even that. So but I said, well, he has made his money. He said, yes, he has, but he's come from nowhere to make it. So he's done pretty good. We have good military relationships. Actually, Australia has just signed an agreement to bring their Navy ships into the Philippines. Yes, we have a good relationship there with the Philippines too, which is great, and I think we should have more relationship with the Philippines. And I think you'll find over the next couple of months coming up, Tom Patrick, that Australia and Taiwan and Vietnam and Thailand will have a better relationship with each other, more so now. It's okay, I have friends that don't understand politics the way I do. I personally love Trump. That's all right. That's your opinion, mate. I respect opinions. I respect everybody's opinion. And, if you think he's doing a great job, that's good. I'm just not a big rat. I'm sorry, mate. I think there's an agreement to purchase Subic too. Well, Subic Bay. At least the facilities that Americans put there. Well, America at the moment's trying to open Clark Air Force Base again. I don't know how that's going. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about Subic. I'm not up to date with all the agreements, but I hope that does happen. Look, I was a couple of months back, Tom Patrick and John. I was a bit thingy with China with the South China Sea. That was pushing my buttons a little bit because the Philippine people fish there on the Scarborough Shoals, and to be told that they can't fish there because they're building a military base there. Look, if all the countries put their heads together and helped each other rather than fight against each other, we'd be a lot better off. That's all I'm saying. His wife is a good looker, though. Yeah, so that's probably why Donald Trump's the way he is, because of what was going on. The Vietnam War, we shouldn't have really fought. We should have let that go. We should have let China. That was a war we never won anyway. We only won little patches of a country. Realistically, when you saw it, looked at it, but it's Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. I'm not disagreeing with you one bit. I agree with John too. The if everybody look, if China built a military base off the Philippines, and Australia and America turned around and said to China, um, let's help each other out here, and let's be friends and keep this all stable. Let's all work together rather than work against each other and causing drama. This whole world would be a lot better off place. Basically, that flag there, I'm proud of. I really am proud of it. Like my Australian flag, I'm proud of. But that one I'm more proud of. And the country that my wife comes from. And your wife comes from, Tom Patrick, and yours, John. I'm so proud of it. Donald is like, she likes them young and beautiful. He's an honourable expat, like us. Yes, he is. Why build a wall in Texas, between Texas and Mexico? There's a lot of Mexican people that are going to lose out on work in America. And look, hey guys, we got Australians here that don't like working. And as soon as a foreign person comes in, whether it be Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese, Russian, German, that walks into a manufacturing company like this and works for less money than what our boys work for. They do the 24 hours straight with like sweet bugger all money, and our boys are struggling. But then again, they turn around and they don't want to do the work. Some of them, doesn't make sense. There's a lot of people out there that are out of work at the moment, and it's going to make it a lot harder to find work. Me, I'm a car detailer by trade. I can get a job in any car yard because I've got the qualifications. But I also can work in manufacturing in like sweeping and cleaning floors. I have no issue with that. And get paid what I get paid. I just have to like it, and put up with it because it's the way we will. And eventually, when you look at it, our wages are blown out of proportion in this country. I don't know what Americans get for working in manufacturing. I think ours is $600 a week for, what is it, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or 6 days a week. Sorry, Monday to Saturday, and they get like a lot of money. And look, I don't know how much the American wage is for working in a factory. I wouldn't know. I'm honest, I wouldn't know. But if Americans saw what we got in the way of wages, we're taking home $600 a week. That's after tax. But you're probably grossing more than you're taking home. So it's funny, and then you wonder why they send everything over to China to be thing, because it's cheaper labour to build and put together these or rockets or anything like that, or mobile phones and little things. There's so many. I reckon if you looked in your bedroom, you could find a lot of things that are made in China. So we really need to keep the trade there at a level peak and stop arguing with each other and help each other out and make it a lot better. And as much as um, what happens in China is just the way they are, you just got to like it or lump it, so to speak. But you don't really have to if you know where I'm coming from. Don't go there with Rocket Man from North Korea. He's a loose cannon and you know it. Oh, yes. We all thought he was dead or dying, but he was actually taking a vacation away from his position, I think, for a while there. They didn't know whether he had coronavirus or not. If it was up to me, I would sink those island and take them back. Probably, actually, I'd build on them, but I'd take the military bases off them, and let the ocean take it back. Would be better, Tom. I agree with you. Australia losing the rights to your government isn't a bowl of peaches. Just look at your gun laws. We haven't got any more gun laws. We were basically told to hand our rifles, our weapons in. They were demolished. We got paid back for those ammunitions, John and Tom. But the stupid thing is, we have gun shops here still selling ammunition and guns, just not high powered. What do you call it? Like carbine Winchester repeaters. We haven't got the repeaters anymore. And our government did a deal with the farmers and that. And like if I was a farmer out in the country, I'd be hiding my guns under the ground and not and just having me license to shoot feral pigs and that destroy your land or wild dogs that are killing your sheep. That's what a firearm was for. A Winchester repeater, the best American gun that John Wayne used to use, was the best weapon for hunting pigs. I know that because I used to many years ago when I was young, around 18. But we lost actually our gun laws. We're not the only ones that are allowed to carry firearms are the military, the police, and security aren't allowed to carry weapons. They can carry they were to carry a baton, but they couldn't carry a sidearm or a rifle, like what equivalent to back home in the Philippines. The security guard's got to stand there and take it. Poor bugger gets shot. Well, he's got nothing to defend himself with. In the Philippines, a security guard gets shot, his mate will shoot that person. So, and they have a first aid patch bag on the back of their belt. So, I feel more safer in the Philippines than I do here, Tom and John. I hate to say it, but I do feel more safer in the Philippines than I do in my own country at the moment. Because we have young kids since the introduction to the African people. I'm not going to call them the other thing. I'm not racist because that's not me. Yeah, I know. Doesn't make sense, does it? Can you guys excuse me for a sec? I'm gonna go see ya. Back in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I agree with you, Tom, on that. I wish because look, I'm not racist. No way am I racist. Can't be racist. I'm married Filipino. But what I will say, I'm going to say this politely without upsetting Africans. The African that comes from Somalia and that we got them here. And okay, their mum and dads are working, but their kids are at home. The older ones are getting into trouble because they're running into gangs and they're getting into trouble with the drugs and shit like that. We don't need it. We don't need it here. But, we've had a few carjackings over the last couple of years, and they think they can do what they can do in Africa. But let me tell you, it don't work here. They're going to get caught. They're going to go to jail. And those that do get caught get shipped back to Africa. Plain and simple. The ones that are repeat offenders and no passport, no mum and dad, back to Africa. See you later. But I agree. I reckon we should have the right to carry it. I agree we should have the same as what America has with their right to carry firearms, but within reason and for only used for a certain purpose. But, there's so many different rules in America compared to here with firearm procedures. So it doesn't make it easy in this country. We used to have guns. Farmers had guns. Police had guns. The army had guns. Creams had guns. And, it's thing. But since the gun amnesty that came in, me can't carry a firearm. It's got to be broken up and thrown away. They destroyed all the weapons that the farmers that they took off farmers. Semi-automatics and repeaters were taken off them. Winchesters, Springfields, that sort of thing. All those lovely, beautiful weapons. I don't believe we should be carrying machine guns in the streets. Except for the Philippine Army, which they do, Philippine Air Force, they do, which is understandable, and the pump action, which is understandable. No worries, John. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making my night and making me feel a lot better. I am so happy. The big boys are not able to continually make profits, so their countries are producing as wages are now too high in West. Maybe this is all about a readjustment of the market. Yes, like I really do agree with that. I think you might find wages and that will be going down soon to even up. But the thing is there, John, before you go, they do that, they need to drop the price of what we like this crisps, milk, bread, everyday necessities that we use in everyday life. That commodities need to be brought down, and telephone, water, electricity need to be brought down. So us as a whole that work our butts off, rates, mortgages, everything needs to come down to a level peg that we can breathe and help be able to enjoy life a lot more. Even airfares need to come down. Thanks for coming, John. Much appreciated. What? Hang on, John. 5:30 a.m. in the morning. What's that Philippine time, sweetie, in Australia? 5:30 a.m. Philippine time. What's that in Australia? Because we're 2 hours ahead of them. I'll find out tomorrow, John. Arlene's in with CJ. 4 o'clock here. So 5:30 there in the morning is 4 o'clock here. That's not right. 6:30 would that be? Okay. Thanks, John, for coming. Much appreciated. Arlene's just trying to work out the time. Are you still here with me, Adrian Gibson? 7 o'clock, John and Jane. In the morning you're on, yeah? I'll pop in and say hello. Okay, good night, John and Jane. Our love to you both. Good night, sir. I am not far behind you. 10:55 p.m. here. It's 1 o'clock here. Probably should. It's 1 o'clock in Australia. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here, which we're 2 hours ahead of Philippine time. Sorry, girls. I've been ignoring the girls. Sorry. Hope you're here. The Harley girl, Joan and Bernard. Thanks for coming. If you're still here, thank you. Adrian Gibson, you still here? Tom, Patrick. I think I've got 2 bottles of San Miguel left in the fridge. 3 bottles of San Miguel left in the fridge and 1 open in the fridge here. I haven't had yet. Okay, it's about 7 o'clock, John, in the morning here. 5:30, so it'll be about 7:30 here, I think, because we're about 2 hours behind, 2 hours ahead of you guys. So I'll pop in and say hello. 7:30. Okay. Thanks for coming, John. Tom, they have hit restrictions hard there, haven't they, with the alcohol? It's hard to get a beer there, let alone other things. Are you on hard lockdown at the moment, or are you still just on lockdown, uh, but with not a lot of restrictions? And yeah, an hour 15. It's 11 p.m. now. Yes, Steve. You mean Scott? It's a bit late. It's about 1 o'clock here now. So around about 5:30 in the morning would be around about 7:30 here. Okay. Is Perth an hour where Adrian Gibson is? Perth's an hour on the same time as Philippine time. Yeah, I think I might wrap this up too, Tom. Girls, it's getting a wee bit late. The alcohol ban has lifted. We can travel to Calibor. Well, social distancing and mask in public. Yeah, they are still got the restrictions on. It's going to be interesting, Tom Patrick, when they lift international flights. That's going to be the big issue, I think. Our Prime Minister has said if you are going to Asian countries, don't come back. Melbourne, Tom Patrick. Melbourne here. We're in Melbourne, Victoria. Yeah, I think what will probably happen, Tom, will be that before you go and buy your ticket, you'll have to go and have a medical exam. And if you are okay and you're fit to travel, they will then you'll be able to go and get your ticket to fly thing. God save the Queen of Australia. Me? We haven't got a queen in Australia. She's in England. She sits in that big house in England. It's called Buckingham Palace. That's our queen. She's the same queen as you guys. You crack me up, John. I love that. I wish we had not a. There's been talk again, John and Jane and Tom Patrick, that Australia want to become a republic. So this will be interesting. This will throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Oh, not me. Okay. This will throw cat amongst the pigeons whether we exile from. I don't know how we can exile from England because they sent us here anyway in the first place for stealing bread. From what I understand, they will be opening international flights for OFWs and foreigners, but you will have to be quarantined here for 2 weeks at the foreigners' cost, and the OFW will be free. Yeah, well, that's fair enough. I can agree with that. Coach Jenelin, hello, Koya. Scott, hello, Jenelin. Kumusta, sweetie? Jenelin is a good friend of ours, guys. Good friend of Arlene's. Meet Tom Patrick and British expat John and Jane. British expat in the Philippines. John and Jane and Tom Patrick. Joan and Bernard. I did have, I think, Che Casares is still here. I'm not sure. We are both okay. That's good. Thanks, Jenelin. I'm glad to see you got a channel. Now you're going to have to do some videos. Joke, joke, joke. Nah, but it'll do you good too, Jen, because Arlene's doing well, and and if you decide to start up live stream later on as you go, you'll do well. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. I'm still up. I was actually about to turn in, but now you come on. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer. Yeah, I think, Tom, that you might have to go and get, I think before, oh, okay. Yeah, but that's fine if they did that. I'd have no issue if I had to be quarantined for 2 weeks. Probably be in a hotel at our cost, I suppose, which would be fine. And OFWs would probably be free, which is fair enough because they do live in the Philippines. So you can't query that. And then they probably, when they get in from love that one. British expat, that's great. I think, look, here, when they were coming back, we were putting them in the hotel rooms. I think they were there. I think they only had to pay for their breakfast and their lunch and their dinner. They didn't have to pay for the rooms. But they were there for 2 weeks, but they had to pay for their own meals. That's all. Showers and everything were, I think, the government can't do much there. So, but as far as everything else, I'd say pretty well much like your breakfast meals and your lunch and your dinner meals, you had to pay for yourself. They probably were at a reduced price, but you were there for 2 to 3 weeks. But depending on which part of the country you came from, if you came from India, you were had to pay. You had to be there for 14 days. 2 weeks. Sorry. So you were there a little bit longer if you came from India or from other Asian countries. I'm not sure so much about England and that, but basically the standard rule was that when you were coming back from overseas, whether you were an OFW over there working, you had to spend 2 weeks in isolation or quarantine. One guy got out. One guy got out just to go and see his girlfriend. Boy, was he silly. Put him and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's family in trouble. Because you didn't know whether he had it. The other day, a McDonald's driver, they closed 4 McDonald's, even the one up here in Sunbury. They closed 4 McDonald's because he had been to those thing and they didn't know. So he'd been put off without pay and put in self-isolation. So I don't think McDonald's weren't too happy with him when they found out he had it. And he didn't think he didn't even knew he had it. But, you can claim ignorance or arrogance to the fact, oh, I didn't know it. I haven't got it, but you don't know. And I didn't even, they checked up on his records, I think, and they found out that he had tested positive for coronavirus. So they had to shut all the McDonald's, the main McDonald's that he had gone to. Okay, thank you, Tom Patrick. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. Big hollow block fence put in on our property. We are travelling to inspect it. There is no house there, just doing the fence now. Oh, okay. So you're doing getting the fence up first and making your boundary. How many square meters have you got? 400, 300, 200, 100. How big's the property, Tom? Before you go. Tom, we just finished ours today. Big job. Yeah. Fences are a big job, especially with the hollow brick. How much that cost you, John? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, well. Tom, you don't have to retract messages here with me, mate. Okay? Fine, leave it the way it is. I don't mind, okay? It's all good. How is Nathaniel Gentleman? Coach Gentleman? Now, guys, see you soon. See you next Friday. Oh, I'll probably see you tomorrow, John and Jane. I will do a video tomorrow on it. I'm going to come to your channel, Tom, tomorrow, okay, and have a look. And I might even do it now. That's good, gentlemen. I'm going to come and have a look at your videos after I finished here, Tom, Patrick, and John, before I go to bed. Before you go, guys, I will say one thing. Good night. And what Tropical Tim says, Wallapat, Dallapat. I hope I said that right. No, I'm going to have a look at some of the other videos too, Tom. Okay, guys. I'm going to go to, sorry, Jen. Nathaniel was asking Arlene, Ate Arlene's live stream, why I heard my name, Mama, didn't. Okay, good night, John. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming on to my live stream. Same time, Friday night is 11 o'clock Australian time, 8 o'clock Philippine time. I've brought it down again. So Friday night's changed. It's now 11 o'clock Australian time, 8 o'clock Philippine time. Saturday is 11 o'clock Australian time, 8 o'clock Philippine time. Okay. Good night, gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Sorry, very short night tonight. Much appreciate you coming on board. And I love your channel's name. It's great. Say good night to British Expat in the Philippines and Tom Patrick. You'll probably see more of them as we get bigger and better. Okay, no worries, gentlemen. Good night, British Expat. John, see you in the morning. Tom Patrick, I will catch up with you next Friday. I will actually leave the times down here before I turn off. Right, guys, that's for everybody. Okay, no worries, John and Tom Patrick. Coach Genelin said to say good night, Tom Patrick. And to you too, British Expat in the Philippines. Good night to Joan and Bernard. Sorry, I got to scroll. Dahili girl, good night. Thank you, Salamat, for coming. Much appreciated. We'll be watching some more of your videos soon. Yours too, Joan and Bernard. Adrian Gibson, thank you for coming. We'll chat again a little bit more next time. Much appreciate. Young Gala channel, thank you for coming. Marilyn Kaminsky, Salamat for coming. Much appreciate. We'll check out some more of your videos soon. Ronaldin Silouan, good night to you, Steve, and baby Jack. Mikhail Bennett Ren Idu Yukat, Thank you for coming. Come back again. You're quite welcome, mate. Malal TV, thank you for coming, sweetie. Much appreciated. I'll catch up with you too soon. Got a lot of people to catch up with. I love you all. MB Marek, thank you for coming. And much appreciate you being here. Island Girl, thank you, sweetie, for coming. We'll watch some videos of yours too and catch up. Che Casares, thank you for being here. And John Bang, thank you for coming, mate. It's very nice, and I very well much appreciate seeing you again. And thanks for coming, guys. Thank you, everyone that came onto my live stream tonight. Very, very much appreciated. I love you guys. I love all my subscribers. It's been great. You made my night. It made me feel better. I love you all. Take care. Enjoy. Have fun. Those that live in the Philippines, happy Sunday. Those that live in America, happy Saturday. Take care. This has been Scott, expat in the Philippines. Ziggy bye. Catch you later. Love you all.